Any TVs turned on out here?
Plus you got 3 minutes left.
I don't know.
Oh,
You know,
Black
that clock,
screens.
I can't go by that. It says 7.
Are they? They don't seem to be power. Or I don't know if there's a light on them. Or you just have to be tall to turn them on.
Where are we going to get a tall guy? That's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
tough.
Well, we can start if you want, and then
I can
when we
jump.
wrap up, we'll be done quick. Okay. Just let me know when we're on air, or are we? I would like to call to order the Finance and Personnel Committee for the City of Monona for Monday, May 16th, 2016. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Wood?
Here.
Alder Bussey? Here. Mayor Miller?
Here. Is there anyone, oh, I would entertain a motion for approval of the minutes of the May 2nd meeting.
Second.
Any corrections, deletions, or additions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the minutes are approved. There's no one here for appearances. There's no unfinished business this evening. Under item 6, new business, A, consideration of resolution 16-5-2101, a final resolution authorizing levying special assessments against benefited properties for dredging work to Schluter Park Channel. Is there a motion for approval?
I'll move approval.
Second.
Mr. Stefani.
Thank you, Mayor. In your packet, you have the resolution as well as the engineering report as required by state statutes. City Council approved the preliminary resolution on May 2nd, declaring its intent to exercise police power to levy special assessments for the dredging of Schluter Park Channel. The public hearing for that project will be at this evening's City Council meeting, right after this meeting. Basically, the high points of this resolution, paragraph number 4, payment for the improvements shall be made by assessing 10% of the cost to the 4 residential property owners. And paragraph number 6, assessments may be paid in cash or in 8 annual installments. The interest rate is 3.5%. Mark, I don't know if you need to add anything to that or not.
No, just we do installments over 8 years, which should be consistent with everybody else. It's 1% of the interest rate we borrowed. And they can pay it in 3 different options. Pay it right away, pay as you go, and pay it anytime. Pay it off at any time, or just pay it over the installments.
Typically for Belle Isle, how did citizens handle that?
You know, we had probably 30% probably paid right, about a third paid
The whole thing?
whole thing right away, and then the other people put on a tax roll.
Okay.
Some people take like another loan out because it's probably a better interest rate maybe they get, so do it that way.
Question.
Yes.
Um, So, Mark, it's 3.5% if they do the 8-year option. Does that stay, and it stays that even if like our interest costs go up? I guess ours will be.
It's based on the borrowing of it, so it's based on what the net interest rate was.
Further questions? Hearing none. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Bussey?
Aye.
Alder Wood?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Joan, did we have a motion?
Yes. Alder Wood, and then you seconded.
Item 6B, I'm not that exhausted.
I am.
You are. Is convene in closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85, paren 1, paren G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. This is the claim of Ms. Benita Fleming. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
I guess I would
I'm
say
okay.
we don't really need to go into closed session.
I'm fine too.
Yeah, I'm fine. So just for the public's edification, this is the accident, right?
Yeah,
A car accident between a police officer and Mrs. Fleming. And as she was pulling out of an intersection, she started to move and was going slow, and I think stopped because of another vehicle. Police officer caught the tail end of her car and did damage to her car as well as the police car, but it was at a very, very low speed accident. So she is looking for remuneration for her vehicle repair, and this one, I haven't read this since last week.
Bill recommended that.
Yeah, and then there was also a request for bodily injury. So the recommendation of our city attorney is partial approval of the claim in the amount of $2,923.08, which was the repair estimate, the lower repair estimate, on the condition the claimant signs a general release to the city's standard form waiving any further claim against the city. And the recommendation is to deny the portion of the claim seeking compensation for bodily injury, which is insufficiently supported. Any questions? Yes,
A comment, I guess. It wasn't, not only was insufficiently documented the medical claim, but there was no documentation at all.
At all, yeah.
So,
It's past, it's more than insufficient, it was non-existent, that's true. Alder Bussey, anything? Is there a motion?
yes, I would move approval of the claim for vehicle damage in the amount of $2,923.08 and denial of the claim seeking compensation for bodily injury.
Friendly amendment to make it conditioned, the same language that the city attorney had.
Yes.
that The mayor just read off.
Okay.
I'll second that.
There's a motion second. Further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Opposed? All right, that took care of that. Item D, did everything. So item 7 is acceptance of general fund accounts payable checks dated April 29th through May 12th, 2016. Mark?
We don't have a lot of stuff here, but it's going to hit on some stuff. Page 1. These are some I kind of always talk about, but I just want to go through them again. Landmarks.
Can we start with actually what litigation are we paying for there? For legal fees at Axley Brynelson?
Yeah, I know.
One?
I forget what that one is.
Hey, bond counsel?
Yeah, they work with the.
Okay. Good man. Been older a while.
Yep. Landmark Services. That's just our fuel costs for March. Underneath that is their attorney, and that's just some of his costs for 1 month, what he's working on for us.
What does general matters encompass?
It kind of encompasses pretty much everything that's not TIF related, zoning related, or court. So that would be like any arbitration that we're going through.
Okay.
Any
That-
other
that-
questions?
all right, that explains it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just going to go to page 7. Somebody has questions. McKay Nursery. Also, just before we get down to page McKay Nursery, there's going to be a Lauder Schluter, there'll be a description, Lauder Schluter Beach. Entries in here, and as you're well aware of, that project is just starting, so we're just starting to get our costs. They're going to start filtering in. It's an Insulin Bead Corporation at the very top. With that, starting the pier work. Underneath that, McCabe Nursery, right-of-way tree replacement program.
Could I just, I'm sorry, but to go back page 7,
Yep.
IntelliSound, marketing event equipment,
Page 7, you said?
page 7, yep. About a third of the way down. What would we be renting all that equipment for? Easter egg?
No,
Did we do a
No,
race?
it's cable fun. it's the
Yeah.
radio. I can't remember exactly what it was for. No,
No?
no, it's marketing.
I'll have to look at it.
Might have been
IntelliSound.
at a
Equipment.
chamber, was it at a chamber event? There was a radio,
I
a
think-
radio broadcast from a chamber event.
That's actually, I think, what it is, equipment used
That's
to,
a $20 piece.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's it.
no, but I'll look into it.
They did buy a lot of new
No,
equipment.
No, I don't know, but I,
The Sunday
The May-
mobile mayor's office hours?
I think it's something to do with that type of equipment,
$25 piece, and I bought my own. Good one.
but I'll talk with Will.
All right, if you would, I would like to know what that,
Yep.
because that's a $2,000 invoice.
Yes. Underneath the case of Menards, I just want to reiterate, we do use local when we can. Underneath that, page 8, Purple Cow, our compost agreement is with them. Page 9, as you can see, our strand bill is some of the areas they're working on for us. Page 10,
When you see these tank charges with Verizon stuff, we get reimbursed for any of those kind of expenses?
Yeah.
Or,
so those first one, they pay us a fee up front, an escrow fee, and then we reduce the balance by that. So we actually got, varies from $5,000 to $10,000 up front.
okay.
Page 10, True Green, they've been out there doing our work for us, the lawn services.
Maybe this is a question to Dan, but going back to the tank, there's a lot of stuff on there. And I know we repaired that tank because of some faulty welding on some of those antennas, and now it's all good in the interior. Would it hold water if we needed it to hold water? Can it be used as a water
It will
tank?
still hold water. Yeah, the painting project we had last year was interior painting, and they did some welding and repairs to the bottom of the inside of the tank. When we approve the modification plans, we approve them without any additional penetrations to the tower. So basically, if they want to put new stuff up, or if they're upgrading their equipment, they got to take their old stuff out. We're not allowing them to put new
Because,
holes.
yeah, it's fully popular.
We're maxed out going up the inside.
Okay.
We have Steve at Strand, who has been doing the reviews for almost 5 years for us now. Very on top of everything that comes through there. So everything that comes in for modification is reviewed by Strand before they do any work.
And
and
again,
it's
that's all
inspected after.
reimbursable.
Right, like Mark said, we get money up front for Attorney Cole review and contract work, and then Strand's work. When they're done, Strand goes back out and inspects.
So to have a spare water tower seems like a nice luxury for a community, but is the revenue so substantial that it's almost worth just keeping that thing up?
I think very substantial.
Yeah,
It's worth it to have it as
Yeah.
an antenna tower?
some over $30-some thousand per
Okay.
contract.
Sorry for going off track, but I
you
just-
know, Mayor Litchfield used to say that was for hot and cold, so we had two of them.
and that's the hot one.
And every time we do one of these, we look at, can they raise the revenue on that? So that is one thing our attorney does look at.
Okay,
Yeah, we've got some very good income coming in from the
Okay.
four providers, so.
good job. Thank you.
Like I said, True Green, and they're back underneath that. There's some items they've been working on for us, too. Page 12,
Does True Green do our parks, or is that for the median?
medians.
They look wonderful. They look really good. Trees are looking good, so good job.
As you see, advanced disposal is our garbage in there. So far, our rebate is on track for the year. Bank card services, as you're aware of, we do get cash back on these. Here's the kind of the
I
activity.
mean, you have to use them just to get the cash back.
Well, right.
No,
We actually-
just kidding.
Capital Underground, that's for utility work. They help us when the water main breaks and patching. Page 14. Just to know, it's kind of some of the expenses we do have. That seem for like a rec department like Douglas, what it costs to add and replace like tennis nets.
Excuse me, Mark. Dan, Drax at Schluter, do you know what they're doing, what work they do? Or
They are the
demo,
general
or
contractor.
They're the general contractor?
Yep.
Okay. So do we pay everything to them and then they pay the subs?
Yes, unless it's outside of
So
the.
we'll be seeing Drax a lot?
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
You happy with everything so far?
So far, it's going okay. They just started. They haven't really done a whole lot of work yet, so
Okay.
we're getting rolling pretty quick here.
They're not doing the shelter, they're just doing the site work.
I think they've done the foundation for the shelter already. They were going to do the water and sewer.
So they are going to be the general on the shelter too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they oversee the whole project.
Thank you.
Page 16, Madison Block and Stone, one of Dan's. These are the median terrace maintenance. We've been part of that budget. Page 17, our monthly bill for MG&E.
Are we coming with our solar project?
Yeah, we're supposed to get, Brad was supposed to provide, it. Well, it might be in my court, actually. I don't know. Do you know if he's prepared that analysis? He was waiting earlier this spring. So, April, could you just put a note down to ask Brad that he do that presentation about solar, please?
We did just recently get the year-end rebate check, and it was a nice check, I would say that.
Who gives us that?
Falcon Energy.
Okay.
Yep. That's based on the RECs being sold and things. Page 18. As you
Just one thing, if anyone's ever brought up, because I always made it a big brag point, but our brag point is no longer that we're the largest solar installation for a municipality. The county has recaptured that role with, now I forget where they just put it in, but they went out to check. That's what I'm wondering, if it was that, but somewhere, and they went to compare Monona against theirs. So they took that taunt seriously. So we're the second largest municipal.
We were the first to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, still have that.
Per capita, we're still first.
You got that right.
Page 18 is your Nortner's Bridge properties, part of the payment. Again, another yard waste disposal per cow that we use. Page 19, Strand, they're working on phase 2. That's for the riverfront area. And that's all I have.
Questions? Is there a motion for approval of the checks?
I'll move approval.
Second.
Motion second, further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The checks have been approved. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned. Thanks, everyone.